Hello there and welcome. I'm so glad you're here, especially if you're finding yourself navigating life after decades of hard work, responsibility, and experiences that shaped who you are today. I'm here as a friendly voice, ready to share a story that I hope will encourage you to embrace new beginnings, no matter your age. I want to take you on a journey of what I discovered after deciding to sell my business at the age of 70. I'll touch upon 7 key insights that changed my life, and maybe, just maybe, they might spark some fresh ideas or renewed motivation for you too. Before we begin, I invite you to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment with the hashtag #KaWisdomYears if you're ready to share your own reflections. Now, let me take you back in time to the day I handed over the keys, quite literally, to the office and the company that had once been my pride and joy. It felt like I was closing the door on so many years of effort, worry, and accomplishments I was proud of. But it also felt like the quiet before a brand new chapter. My first discovery was that letting go brought an unexpected wave of relief, but also uncertainty. I had spent years thinking about retirement, but there was always another project, another deal, or another new direction for the business. Suddenly, with the sale finalized, my busy schedule was gone. Along with the meetings, the employees counting on me, and the sense of urgency that filled my days. I was relieved not to be on the clock 24/7, yet I woke up each morning wondering who I was without the title of boss or the routine obligations I'd grown used to. This realization was overwhelming at first, but that emptiness eventually became a canvas for reinvention. If you're feeling like a piece of your identity slipped away, remember that you're more than any job or title. That leads me right into my second discovery. I needed to find new ways to use my time and energy. After the initial honeymoon phase of sleeping in and taking life slowly, I noticed I had too much unstructured time on my hands. I wanted to find something that gave me purpose. One day, I offered to help a local community center with administrative tasks. It started as a small commitment, just a few hours a week, but grew into something deeply fulfilling. I realized that the skills I had developed running a company, budgeting, staff training, problem solving, could be used to strengthen programs for seniors, fundraise for after-school activities, or even advise small startup ventures in my city. If you're recently retired or about to retire, explore all the ways your skills can be reused. You might be surprised by how valuable your talents are to your community, your neighborhood, or even your family members. Transition can feel awkward or lonely if you say, "I used to be someone," but trust me, you'll always be you, and there's a world that will appreciate what you bring to the table. My third discovery was the importance of honest conversations with family and friends. After the business was sold, I found I had more mental space to really talk and listen to those closest to me. A dear friend admitted she'd been worried my identity was too wrapped up in the company. My adult children said they'd been waiting for me to slow down so I could spend more time with them and their kids. My spouse, who had always been supportive, carefully asked me one night if I felt anxious or regretful about letting go. That was such a tender moment because, yes, part of me did feel a twinge of regret, but it was also mixed with excitement. Having the time to talk openly about these hopes, fears, and regrets brought us closer. Sometimes we forget how freeing it is to be vulnerable and say, "I'm scared," or I'm not sure what's next, and let loved ones reassure us or even help guide us. So if you're on the brink of a big life change, let the people you love in on the process. My fourth discovery was something I now call the slow bloom of hobbies and passions. Before selling my business, I'd occasionally daydream about taking painting classes or maybe going fishing on a quiet weekday morning. But it always remained just a daydream. Work came first, and I pushed my hobbies to the bottom of my priority list for years. After the sale, I suddenly had time to pick up a paintbrush and see what might come from it. At first, I felt almost foolish for trying something new at my age, but there's something truly liberating about putting colors on a blank canvas with no agenda, no board meeting, no financial outcome, and no timeline. The same goes for any hobby that lights you up. Hobbies create a sense of wonder, helping you keep your mind alive, your spirit flexible, and your enthusiasm bright. If you've always wanted to write a short story, maintain a garden, or even join a ballroom dancing class, let yourself do it. Age is just a number, as they say, and passions don't have an expiration date. My fifth discovery happened one afternoon while I was casually strolling through a local museum. I suddenly realized how my stress levels had dramatically decreased. Sure, I missed the buzz of a busy schedule sometimes, but I rarely felt that tightness in my chest caused by constant deadlines and business demands. With the sale behind me, I could choose my pace. If I decided to linger by a painting or have an extra cup of coffee with a friend in the morning, that was entirely my choice. The older we get, the more precious energy becomes. I've come to value energy and calm more than I ever did in my younger years. I learned that there's deep satisfaction in being able to pace your days at a speed that feels healthy, not forced. There's a joy in breathing a bit more slowly, letting your mind wander, and noticing the small details of life. Maybe you haven't sold a business, but if you find yourself with more flexibility in your schedule for any reason, retirement, semi-retirement, or just a shift in responsibilities, embrace it as a chance to get in tune with your natural rhythm. My sixth discovery centered on finances, which may seem obvious, but it's worth addressing. When I sold my business, I had to think carefully about how to manage the money that came in from the sale. A lump sum of money can be both a blessing and a burden if not handled wisely. I grew up in a humble home, and the thought of squandering my resources kept me up at night. So I spent time consulting professionals, researching long-term care costs, and making sure I could support not only my lifestyle, but also potential medical needs down the road. This was the first time I realized retirement isn't just about having fun. It's also about planning and protecting yourself and your loved ones so you can enjoy life with peace of mind. If you're in a similar boat, don't shy away from seeking professional advice. You deserve to relax and explore new experiences without being haunted by financial worries. My seventh discovery is perhaps the most profound. I realized that new chapters in life aren't just about shutting a door on the old. They're also about carrying forward the best of who you became along the way. Even without an office to report to, I'm still that determined individual who built something from scratch. I'm still a mentor to those who ask for my help. Whether they're junior entrepreneurs or young family members uncertain about their future. I still enjoy reading business journals to keep up with the latest trends. Your past is not a leftover that you discard once you retire or shift gears. It's a foundation of lessons, experiences, and wisdom that can empower you if you let it. Now, I hope you've enjoyed these 7 discoveries. If something sparked a memory or reflection for you, please share it in the comments and tag it with Auckland Wisdom Years so we can continue this important dialogue together. And if you found this message useful, I'd love for you to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to stay connected with our growing community. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to recap those 7 discoveries if you want to keep them close to your heart. First, the identity shift of letting go can feel disorienting, but it opens up a unique chance for renewal. Second, your skills are still valuable and can be truly helpful in volunteer roles or hobbies that stimulate your mind. Third, honest conversations with friends and family grow deeper bonds and remind you that you don't have to figure everything out alone. Fourth, hobbies are a gateway to curiosity and personal joy, so don't shy away from starting something new. Fifth, embracing a slower pace can profoundly reduce stress and let you savor life like never before. Sixth, being proactive about finances can give you the stability you need to truly enjoy this new chapter. And seventh, every life stage builds on what came before, so carry your learned wisdom into your future endeavors. In closing, I want you to remember that none of us are at the end of our road until we decide we are. Adapting to new roles, exploring new passions, and building a life beyond professional titles can be an incredibly fulfilling process. Age doesn't define what you can and cannot do. Your mindset does. So keep dreaming, keep learning, and keep growing. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Don't forget to comment below. Share this video with someone who might need a little hopeful push. And subscribe for more discussions on making the most of our days at every stage of life. Until next time, take care and keep that spark of possibility alive.